It has been almost 2 years since I managed to fulfill my lifelong dream of having my own piece of land and a place of my own in the countryside. I cannot tell you how much it fills me with joy to spend time here, all this beautiful, untamed nature all around me. I just feel so excited and more alive, like I'm part of something larger than myself. In some strange way, Siskola makes me feel connected to a time gone by, and this place satisfies that strong desire of history that I have. I feel like there is more to this place than the rundown buildings, the overgrown trees and bushes, the colossal weeds and neglected apple trees. There is a sense of peace and gratitude that comes when being in nature, and a feeling of strength that comes when working on mundane tasks. I feel like I have embarked on this lifelong adventure that will show me what I'm capable of and teach me it's never too late to learn and acquire new skills. Through this channel, I also feel connected to the world around me, and it gives me a sense of purpose. Thank you so much for tuning in and cheering me on for the past 2 years. It has meant a lot, and I feel very grateful. Hey everyone, it's still pretty snowy here at Siskola. Look how much snow there is still there in the garden and on the potato field. This doesn't get that much sun because of the high trees. And oh gosh, look at this. It's so high on this side. I guess all the ice that falls from the roof and the water that becomes like that. But that pile is super high. I think that the weather is pretty wintry still. I was expecting it to be more green actually, and more birds and maybe some flowers even. But it's completely snowed in still. So there's not much I can do, not much gardening at least. Perhaps I can put some firewood up. I found a little spade in the car, so I'm gonna try to remove some of the snow that's in front of the barn. It's not a very good spade, but maybe it helps a little bit. It's pretty warm, maybe 4 degrees, so 39 Fahrenheit. So I don't think I will be cold, at least if I'm working. I can probably make it through this window if I can't enter through the door. Because I wanted to stack some of the wood. There's plenty of wood here to step on. It's pretty solid ice, and this is a very flimsy tool, so I don't think it's possible to make a dent here. I think that the only other option is to go through the window, because it will take I don't know, days to make a hole there with that tool. Hey, the sun is coming up now between the clouds. That's nice. It's very slippery. It's okay. This is all very good birch tree. It's dry, and this is the wood that burns best here. It burns the hottest. But it gives a little more soot than the other trees. But it's still the best to use. Usually I mix the birch tree with whatever else there is here. This is too long. This is how much I managed to do, but now I feel that my back is starting to hurt because I'm in such bad shape after the winter, so I have to start very, very carefully. I managed to get a little dent there. There's a lot of big trunks here that need to be chopped. See how rusty I am. It became a beautiful spring day. The clouds are gone. There's a lot of traces of bunny poop here. Maybe there's some bunny living here close by. As everywhere that you can look, there is poop. Everywhere up there. How much poop can there be in one place? I have only seen once a bunny here. And this, I guess, is some other animal's poop. Maybe deer. Look at that. And look on top of that. There's so much poop everywhere. So it must be just crawling with different animals here. There's a lot of woodpeckers here in this area because there's a lot of old trees. You can always hear the woodpeckers somewhere. I'm spotting some deer there in the distance. That was so cool. I followed the deer 20 minutes. They came here to the berry bushes and then they left. I don't know if I caught it on camera that well because the camera makes everything look so small and so far away. But it was really nice to follow them. Oh, it's so good to be back. I have really missed this view. It's so nice and tranquil here. I feel ecstatic. I have a nice hot cup of chamomile tea here. And this year I'm actually going to grow my own chamomile as well. It's good for the stomach and it's good for sleeping as well. Not that sleeping here is a problem. It's so quiet and calm and just so cozy. Check out this lovely porcelain planter that I got. I got it online from this older woman and she said it's pretty old. It's still in pretty good condition. You can hang it against the wall. I think it will look very good here in Siskola. And I only paid €6 for it. Maybe I can plant some of my geraniums inside this pot. These corners are really sharp, so they come with these gloves. I don't think I used this last time though. Maybe I had some other gloves. But the biggest issue was to remove this protective plastic. That was the hardest part. So maybe I should remove it first and then put the garden bed together. I managed to peel off the protective plastic now from half of these metal things. And I still have half to go. And it has taken me almost 3 hours. And I haven't even put them together. It's just so difficult. This is so ridiculous. I don't understand who had the idea of put this plastic on like this. I mean, if it's like 5 or 6 hours just to peel the plastic, not even put this whole bed together. It's crazy. I finally managed to peel off all the protective plastics from all these pieces. 28 pieces in total. Oof, that was a very, very long work, maybe 5 hours. That's it. I have made 2 of those for both garden beds, the corners, and then for one garden bed, the sides. But it's such a big job to do, so I will put it together outside the house, so later in the spring. But these screws are so small, all these tiny pieces, and also these things, they're so thin that they are like glued together, and I had to take them apart. And I think I used one of these in the old garden beds glued together, so now I actually have 2 of these pieces missing at the moment, so I will have to make 1 or 2 of these. It's really lovely and sunny weather today. I've been sitting here in front of the sun for what it seems many hours, just looking at the animals and listening to the birds and enjoying this sunny weather. You can really tell that spring is in the air. It's so warm in the sun you cannot tell that there is still snow on the ground. Part of me has really difficulty to just sit down and enjoy and take it easy, because in back of the mind I always have this list of all the things that I need to do, and it's difficult to not think about it. But now I've been forced to not do anything since I cannot get into the barn, and there's too much snow to do any gardening, so many things I cannot do. It's good to take some time to just relax once in a while. Usually there's just so much noise from the kids and so much things that needs to be done. So I guess I deserve a little time to just enjoy the sunshine. Maybe take a little cup of tea. It's really nice to be back at Siskola. Thank you for watching this video. I hope to see you again next week. Have a good week. Bye bye.